an award-winning creative director, filmmaker, and CEO of Ambition Media House. We're glimpsing into the creative mind of Steve Mugo in this episode of Wow Wednesday with your girl, Saucy May.
How was it working with Nyashinsky and Chris Kaiga for Hakutu?
I refer to Nyashinsky as a legend. We've tumekuwa tukimsikia from a long time mazee. So it was a big experience, a very huge load on my back. We shot it for 2 days. And so there's a lot that we are working with by, how to manage. Because Nyashinsky is a big artist. Chris Kaiga is also coming up very well. So you have to balance both of them when you're working. For me, at the end of the day, I just want the artists as they go home or feel like the shoot was fair to both of them. All of them only have the time. And so it was quite an experience and a challenge at the same time, having two teams, two different brands on set, working with them. But that was good.
I also saw you work with artists like shooters actually who kind of struggle when it comes to communicating their vision to their crew. So how do you maintain that kind of like clarity with your team?
When I was starting my career, niliangalia where we had gaps in our industry before I launched mine. And something I realized is that there was a kind of kulikuwa na kitu inaendelea that when an artist gives you a project, that the artist anaelewa maybe the idea on set or after or when he sees the video. So at that time I was in school, so I had to get more info about kuandika treatments and scripts. As much as even the video, if it has a small budget, I want to make it sure that the client before and on set, she knows or he knows what you're going to shoot. So I basically, for every project, I make sure that I have a treatment, a script, how small, even if it's small or big, I have to write that so that we're on the same page with the artist.
I understand that you want to make your vision match with what the artist wants to do with their talent, what they want to showcase to the world, yeah?
Yeah.
So there's this other project I saw that you did with the Ndatho Hope Kenya project. What did you get from that? Because that looked like a very emotive project that to come across, especially being in that environment. Not many people get to see how their actions can impact other people's lives. So I'm just going to try and I want to understand your perspective or your experience in that project.
The good thing about my work is that you get a lot of experiences and your mind opens up. Unaonanga zile what people go through in the day-to-day lives. So for this project, we had a project that we get people who fund school education for kids who cannot afford it, build schools in places that look very hard or it's difficult to maybe build a school or have like teachers who can go there and maybe teach the kids. Can't forget, it's like some 3 or 4 years ago, but I can't forget every frame of that whole video. It's quite an emotional feeling ukiwa hapo. You have to make sure that usiingie kwa hiyo nini pity ukitry when you're pity utaweza to get the exact thing that you want. Nililearn to appreciate what we have. People are going through a lot, and I just wanted to package it in a way that probably it will have an impact to others and probably the kids out there. As much as it was work to me, at the end of the day, I wanted to have an impact so that it would maybe give them maybe even more schools and show them to the world, and maybe people will donate and they'll have a good life here. That's basically it. And that's what happened actually. After the video came out, there was a massive donation that came through. So I will say that was a successful shoot for me personally.
It really was. It was very well. It was a very beautiful short documentary.
Thank you.
The ending scene, the bird's eye view, that drone shot, by the way, umenishika tu roho. Guy. Karibu nilie machozi.
The kids are so happy.
Yeah.
So walikuwa tu poa, I enjoyed every bit. Because nakumbuka that time we left Nairobi around 3. So tulikuwa on set by 6. After I just arrived in Nairobi, I didn't get to sleep. By the next morning, by around 8 a.m., they had the video. fully edited. What you saw was edited in a night.
A night.
Yes. So I edited. I was so excited about it, so I had to edit it real quick. They had it, but the next day they had no corrections. It was such a beautiful shoot.
That was Steve Mugo on this week's edition of Wow Wednesday. I'm your girl, Saucy May.